What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of R&D Garage. We got a lot of cars here. Ryan's car is also here. See the red bash bar? He also has a red bash bar in the rear. I just hit him this past weekend at Orlando Speed World. So now I got red lipstick on because I'm a clown. You know what it is. If you didn't know, I have a GK Tech lowers on there, an angle kit, and I love it. It only bent the tie rod. The arm is fine, everything is great. Put new tie rods, stock tie rods, so you didn't even have to go buy extended ones or anything. And kept driving. It was awesome. I drove the car home. I've been driving that car to the track and back. And I drive it to work. I just keep drifting it. I've already done 3 events. You're coming up on a 4th one. I'm really excited to show you guys some new stuff, like the title says, new 2JZ parts and updates and plans. The G35 is just sitting there, all lonely, waiting, excited. Even though I know I'm putting the motor in and the car's not even registered, I could pull the VQ out of it, but it runs and drives fine. It's easy to move around the shop, and I just don't want to pull it out yet. So I kind of posted it online for sale while it's still running. If you were to come and look at the motor and you're like, this is amazing, everything works, the AC works, you know, power steering pump, there's no leaks, you can just test drive it, see that it makes power. It's awesome, good compression. You know, I can then pull it out, and then the person that's buying it has peace of mind that it was a good running motor because they drove it. And when you put it in the new place, it'll drive exactly the same. But as of today, most of the parts that I needed showed up, thanks to a really good friend of mine, Mr. Collins. He was able to send me my parts that I need to get the 2JZ finished, so we can put it in the car. We are going to be opening this box right here, and I'm gonna try to show you the stuff that I got from him and what I'm gonna be using to make 500 horsepower on that JZ. That's the number. A lot of people are telling me I'll probably be in the 600s. We'll see. 500 is what I want. That's what I said. I actually said 400, and Alberto was the one that was like, you need 500, and I was like, okay, fine, I'll shoot for 500, maybe 6, whatever. But let's open this one up, and then we have some more parts over there that I have to show you. Yes. Got Collins Performance shirt. Very excited. Another box. Put it over here. And another box. Put it over here. Looks like we got a throwout bearing and a pilot bushing. More stickers. Stickers. Ooh, I'm excited for this. If you haven't seen this yet, you need to check it out. Billet transmission mount for your 350Z G35. Ta-da! It's perfect. Comes with the mount right there, and it looks beautiful. Has like a mirror image. Look at that. It doesn't weigh anything. Literally nothing compared to everybody else that makes them out of steel, and it's probably just as strong, if not stronger, because it's full billet machined. This is beautiful. It's my favorite part so far. So motor mounts, the ones I have are BBTI. These are non-BBTI. These are exactly what I need. Pretty excited about that. If you need to want to do a swap, a JC swap or LS swap, Collins has everything you need, not just the adapter from the transmission to the engine that you're going to use, but also to the chassis. Check that out. Speaking of adapters, I will be running the Collins no cut adapter. Pretty excited about this. This is the one that you don't have to cut your transmission. I know everybody's scared. I don't know where to cut. What if I mess up? What if, you know, it leaks oil? I don't know. You don't have to do that anymore. You could just bolt it onto this. The cut works, okay? Matt has it. We've used it. It worked great. And it looks awesome because it's billet. So if you get that one, that's cool too. But this one is cheap and it bolts on. So you can bolt it to the JZ, bolt the CD09 to your JZ, and your Dunskies. And don't forget, it comes with all the hardware you need. when you go to the website, you can purchase your clutch straight from the website, so you don't have to purchase it separately, and you know it's going to work with your kit because it's the right one. That's the pressure plate, and the disc is wrapped up. I'm not going to open that because you do not want to get residue on that yet, so that will stay there. But that is the clutch. Next. Ooh, this is that pretty. This is the flywheel, which you need. Oh God, my hardware. It's all nice and wrapped up, and it has the starter teeth right there. I'm not gonna open this either because just like the clutch, you want to keep it clean, away from residue and oils, so nothing happens and it doesn't slip. So I'm not gonna open it, but it doesn't weigh as much as you think it weighs. One hand, it's probably 20 pounds, maybe 25. I'm so pumped for this right now, guys. I am Collins' #1 fan. With all these parts that you see right here, it concludes most of the stuff I need to get the motor in the car. I was missing that setup, bolting it to the CD09, which will get it in, and then the transmission mount, which I got that sweet billet one. So next step, motor can come out of the G and sell it, and then the JZ can go in, and then all we're missing is the wiring and the ECU, which you guys know what I'm running. If you don't, you will see soon. Before we move on to the next parts I want to show you, I want to say one more thing is I love Collins. All my friends have ran Collins for years. I have been drifting for over 12 years now. I know I'm old, sorry, but that brings experience, and that experience shows Collins is the way to go. My friend Collins actually competed in Pro-Am with me, and that's how I met him. And that's how I learned that you can use different transmissions with your engine package to hold power and put power down better, and gearing ratios and all that. Here's another example. Matt's V8 is running Collins. That is his plate right there. And he's gonna be doing some cool stuff with that. You saw that little turbo there. So Matt's coming back. You stay tuned. But he's using Collins. He used it all throughout his Pro-Am, and he's gonna use it in the future. So if you don't have Collins, you should get it now. Let's go over a couple of updates you guys haven't seen on the JZ. Since the last time you saw this, I have been collecting a lot of parts, little by little, just getting it all together, because that's how you do. You collect every week, you get a paycheck, you buy a new part. That's how it is, right guys? So here we are. I have a zero fab intake manifold and rail. I love it. It looks great. Plenty of people make 1,000 horsepower on this manifold, and being that this motor is a GE head, see the water neck is on this side instead of this side. I couldn't run a stock intake manifold from a GTE, so I had to get one, and we were gonna make something work, but this is the right way to do it. Spend the money, do it right, do it once. Next is injectors. Thanks to my friend John, I was able to get some Injector Dynamics 1000cc injectors, EV6 I believe. These should hold me out to plenty of power on pump, and if I wanted to go to E85 I could make some power too. So I wanted to go with something big that'll just be there if I need it. Tuning capabilities nowadays of most standalones can take idle really well. Doesn't matter the size of the injector like it used to be. They can control that just so much better than in the past. Got a new plastic cover to seal my my cams. I did not want that exposed, and I do have the coil pack cover. My friend Justin is going to be painting it for me. That will be covering our Toyota Yaris 1ZZ or ZU1, I don't know, coils. They're the ones that Alberto's running. Yes, they are real Toyota ones. I was told do not buy fakes. Do not skimp out on this. You need it. It needs to be the right proper stuff. Now, you guys have seen this manifold, and this is an eBay manifold. I am not using this manifold. It is a good manifold actually. I know several people that have used this type of manifold for years, not pushing their cars to the extreme, but they have used this type of manifold and it has worked for them. They did kind of do some other stuff to make it better, but my manifold is going to be way better than this. I'll get to show you that in the future. It is in the process of being finished right now. This is also not the turbo I'm running. I've had this sitting around the shop. I figured I'd put it here. The turbo I am running is with Johan, which is who's making the manifold, and he wants it so he can space it out properly with the head and figure out where it's gonna sit. And it is V-band, not 4-volt. Again, preventative maintenance. I got an ATI super damper pulley so that I didn't have the stock pulley come apart on me. I took it off, it's somewhere in the back, but basically they are rubber around here. When you start making power, they tear, and this crank pulley is really annoying to get off. You can see the belt has some slack in it. That is because the AC compressor goes here, which I still need to get, but that is the last thing I'm getting. That is not important right now. Next brings me to this little box, which I am very excited to show you. This box was sent to me by my friends over at MPC Motorsports, and it is one of my most excited parts on this car, on this engine and car. I haven't, because it is a car that I will be driving on the street more often, I wanted to make it a little bit more pretty. Obviously, it's sort of nice. It is not just like my LS, which I just painted the valve covers black. So these guys have exactly what you need to make your engine bay and your engine pretty. You can see my dirty fingers have been on it already. Ta-da! Been very excited to show you guys this. I haven't had the time to do it, but here it is. This is dress up hardware for the engine. So you pick the size of the bolt that you're going to be using, and then this is like the washer. The bolts are in here. That's the hardware. The different sizing, it tells you which one's which and where they go. That one, I'll have to go through it later. Stickers, which I love. All the hardware that you need for your motor. For example, we're going to start with this one. My super beautiful shiny valve covers are being held down by these ugly stock bolts. Those aren't even those are the stock bolts. I'm missing the little rubber that goes in between them. But they are very dirty and disgusting, and yes, I have tried to clean them and they just don't come off. They're just over time. That one cleaned pretty well actually, look at that, but it's still ugly. Like, that doesn't look right. That's where this comes in. Let's try one out. Ugly old bolt, new pretty bolt. Look at that.
Perfect.
These look amazing. I am super pumped of how this is all gonna look with the shiny, the black hardware, and the gold with the polished screw or Allen bolt. I also did them on this side. Now it is just the outer bolts of the valve covers for now. I'll do the inside later. I have to remove these studs. The best part about this is I will be using that gold that you see there as the coil pack cover gold. So this will be gold and polished, just like the hardware is polished and gold, and obviously polished intake and turbo. So just like I was explaining, they have it all labeled for you. Valve cover hardware, JZ engine kit. What that means is they not only have the JZ engine hardware, they have a bunch of other engines that you can dress with their hardware to make your engine bay look better. Not only that, but they also have chassis bolts. I don't know what I'm saying, but you get the point. So you can do the bolts all over your fenders, your bumpers, you know, fans, anything that has a bolt, you can use their hardware, make it look better. We do a lot of racing and not as much show car stuff, but that's what the G's for. I want to try something new, and I'm gonna try some more show car, but still horsepower, obviously, because that's what I like. Just like the S13, painted it nice and pretty because it's gotta be appealing. That's the point. Drifting is a spectator show at the end of the day, right? I'm going to be putting these two companies' website and Instagram in the description. They support me. I need you to please help me support them. They are great companies. I only work with companies I want to work with, if I could get, you know, help with other companies, but I choose what I like, and then I ask them, hey, you guys want to work together? And this is my decision, this is my choice. I like them, so I want you guys to see it because I think it's a good product. There's a lot of other stuff I want to tell you guys about the JZ, but that's going to be later on when Alberto comes over. We have some technical things that we're going to talk about, and hopefully soon after that the motor goes in. My schedule is tight. I want to have this JZ in the car and running by the end of the year. That is my goal. It's a hard goal for me. I'm not a big channel. I don't have extra mechanics coming around here and working on my stuff, and then I just stand around and tell you about it while I spend the money that I make while you watch my videos. No, I work on everything, and I have a full-time job. And thanks to these companies and you guys watching, I'm able to do this, but it takes time, and I hope you guys have patience with me. You know, I try to be as sincere with you guys and show you everything in my life, and as hard comes and good, everything. So it's gonna take some time. I buy little parts little by little, and I work on it little by little, and I work on other people's cars like Ryan's so that I can afford other parts so I can continue. So please help me by supporting these companies that support me, and show them that you care, because I know you do. Obviously you're watching me. That's amazing. I love you guys. Anyways, I think this is going to be it for this video. I just wanted to give you guys some updates. I know a lot of people have been asking on the JZ2J updates. The car will be getting done soon, I promise. If you have any other questions, I'd like to answer them on Instagram. Go on there, Drift Happy. Don't forget, we have merchandise now. The shirts are in there actually, and that helps too. Everything helps, okay? I can proceed and create more things, and I can give you whatever knowledge I have, or I can learn. I have a lot of nitrous stuff coming up. I'm very excited about that. And we're gonna paint the Z still. That's actually happening really soon, specifically because it looks like it has lipstick now. I don't want that. Anyways, thank you guys for liking, subscribing, watching. Please stay tuned. See you guys next time. Goodbye.